Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Westby. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as we bring you tonight's Coulee Conference matchup because due to, well, it's a couple of very familiar rivals. It's the Westby Norsemen as they host the Viroqua Blackhawks. For the Viroqua Blackhawks, starting lineup, Emma Moyleen, Megan Brendel, a freshman, Moyleen, a sophomore, Grace Stuber, a senior, Elsie Neprud, a junior, Bryn Swenson, a junior, Trixie Kappa, a senior, and Kemi DeLapp is your libero here for the Blackhawks. Take a look here as we swing over for the Westby Norsemen. Get their starting lineup for you. Trisha Klum, number 3. Gina Klum, also a starter. Junior and Allie Fortune, a senior here, and Emma Chose. Erin Gluck, number 11, a junior. Hannah Peterson. And Kenzie Snodgrass is your libero here for the Norsemen, number 22. And the teams will come to the center court and shake hands. And we're going to pan back just a little bit more to get you a good view of every bit of the action that we can. And of course, we'll try not to make you too seasick in the process. It was quite the ball game, the matchup here between the junior varsity teams, with Westby coming out ahead 2 games to 1, 25-15, 25-19, and then Viroqua took game 3 at 25-15. Coming into the game here now is Snodgrass, as out there on the court to start was Allie Fortune, a quick rotation on that. Here we go with the Blackhawks and the opening serve, this Coulee Conference game underway. And a free touch back over to DeLapp for Viroqua, pushing the ball here to the near side. The Hawks trying to come up with a point. Instead, it's going to be Chose coming up with the hit to the middle of the court on Viroqua's side. I'm not sure who that ricocheted off from. It very well could have been 13 and Neprud in there. I'm not 100%. Here comes the serve now by Klum. She gets over to the back row with Swenson. Trying to come up with the hit. They got a block in there, was Westby. Now Chose with the big shot. DeLapp with a nice save. Back row hit, tipped at the net. That was Chose. They'll reset. Coming up on the swing. That one was Gluck. Here's DeLapp once again. Back row goes to Snodgrass on a nice bump. Here comes a punch, and we're going to get Gluck on a foot fault and in the net. Take your pick. Aaron got up in the air. Kind of hard to put those air brakes on when you're up in the air like that. And she can jump. Here's the serve to the back row with Snodgrass. Big time hit there for Emma Chose. That was a beautiful setup for her, and she capitalized. Into the game now comes number 10 in Ava Berg. Meanwhile, dropping back is Gluck to serve at 2-1. Gluck gets the ball over to the back row. It goes. Here's DeLapp on a free pass up forward to Swenson, and she can't get it over the net. On the hit, it wound up right smack dab in the middle. Here is Swenson, Westby, and Berg with the hit. The lap was there. Swenson with a nice shot on the side hit. There's a hot shot going straight down, and boy, I tell you what, Viroqua doing a great job right now early on here on the play, following the ball pretty well. There's Snodgrass on the pass. Klum sets it up. There's Berg, tipped at the net, not able to get it over. That one came down right by Marlene, and she just could not reach it. And it's a point going 4-1 here for Erin Gluck and the Norsemen. She gets the ball over the far side on the pass. Coming up here, trying to get the block, not able to do so. And Kappa will get the point. Brought that one down here to the near side, and Snodgrass not able to handle it. It'll be 2 serving 4. Back to serve number 7 in Emma Harum. Marlene up in the front row. She'll probably be a setter. That ball, boy, that one took a weird shot off from Snodgrass and her shoulder. Here's the serve to Snodgrass. She passes to Klum. Klum sets the ball up, and a pretty good job there. It's going to go out of bounds. I was saying pretty good job there by Westby, because on the final hit, that was Gluck diving in. She got the ball back over, but it carried out of bounds to the Viroqua Blackhawks sideline. There's going to be an ace. That one split the difference between Gluck and Snodgrass. It's 5 serving 4. Viroqua now with the lead. Our thanks to American Family Insurance, the Miranda Wright Agency, bringing you tonight's action right here in Viroqua and, of course, in Westby. Back row hit, pretty good shot. Gluck was there. Free touch back over from Klum. High return. Back row it goes. There's Berg, too much on that one. It goes flying out of bounds. Had a good idea, but could not get on top of the ball, and it carried all the way over. And it's 6 serving 4 Viroqua. Harum continuing with the serve. That one to Gluck. Look out, Cho. She's going to put that one right on the line. Beautiful setup and even better shot by Cho. She has really come into her own as the main hitter here for the Norsemen. Dropping back to serve now. This is number 9 in Chose. And she gets the ball over down low. Neprud sets the ball up. Cross court hit. It's going to go out of bounds. That was a big shot there by, let's see, was that 12 in Stuber? It might have been. Trying to get the return on that serve. That was the lap, and it goes under the net. Westby has retaken the lead at 7-6. Thanks to the Aging and Disability Resource Center of Vernon County helping us out tonight with this great ball game. That ball is in. What a shot there by Swenson. That will tie things up at 7 apiece. Coming into the ball game now for Viroqua is Haley Dregney, number 11. Here's the serve down to Snodgrass. Klum sets the ball up. Tip play at the net. Going down and digging that one out was Dregney. Back to Westby. They'll back set. Cross court hit. That was off from the arm of number 12 in Peterson. Oh, nice job by Snodgrass. Somehow Klum got to it. Now the hit to the back row. It goes out of bounds. Ava Berg again with the back row. She had a spot but missed. It's 8 serving 7. Marlene to serve again. Snodgrass. Back row to Gluck. DeLapp pops the ball up. Here comes Swenson. Too much on that one as it goes across to the Westby bench. And it's 8 apiece. Well, the Bank of Cashton, friends helping friends. Tell you what, great facility. Thanks to Scott Wall and that wonderful crew. And just down the street from them, Bobby John's. Stop in there for the homemade, from scratch meals. They do a terrific job with that each and every day. Thanks to Bobby John's. Here's the setup. That ball and a free pass from DeLapp back over to Snodgrass. Here's the ball set up. There's a swing and a foul tip. That one coming off the smash here by Allie Fortune. She got up in the air and brought it down. And it's 9-8. Kerner continuing with the serve here. That's Coulee. Back row, the setup, the hit to Snodgrass. She dug that one out rather easily. Here comes Berg. That one was down, but nice job by Moyleen to pick it up. And answering right back was Swenson. Swenson answering that shot, and it's 9 apiece. Bryn dropping back to serve. That was Gluck on the pass. Free hit back over Swenson on the pass. They'll guide that one down. That was a nice shot there by Stuber. And it's 10-9. Viroqua out in front. Well, when you have those rickety trees around your buildings and you want to get rid of them, call Cade Clearing. Brett and Riley Cade. Happy to help you out. Fully insured. Here comes Viroqua. That is number 6 in the freshman, Brendel. That one caught the top of the net and kicked right back at the Hawks. It's 10 apiece. Great game going on here, number 1. Best of 5, so first team to get 3 wins wins the match. They started just a touch before 7 o'clock. That ball is going to drop down. Snodgrass had to go way down low and dig that one out. Nobody could reach it as it ducked underneath the net. Here comes Whitney Scrady now, stepping out onto the floor. She'll serve. She has done a fantastic job serving. We're going to get an illegal hit on that set. 2-hit violation here by Westby, and the Norsemen are going to take a timeout. They trail 12-10 here as Viroqua will continue to serve with Scrady when we return. Carmen can also let you know when is a good time to maybe take a look at coming up with time to sell or time to buy. Carmen Fortune, your New Directions real estate agent. There's a tip play at the net by Westby, keeping that play alive. That was a pretty good effort. Back to Snodgrass off from the Kerner tip. Nice job by Moyleen. Now they got to go get it, and Scrady not able to save it. She got the third hit, but not enough to get it over the net. Here comes Chose back in. And dropping back is Snodgrass to serve at 11-12. Westby down by 1. Back row DeLapp pops the ball up for Moyleen. Back row hit from Swenson. Now the hit by Gluck. That one, she just kind of misplayed it a touch, and it went straight down on top of her. Almost hit her own feet. Gregney comes out, and Nepbrud comes in. That serve, that got through Klum. That was Gina that time around. She was going to let it go, and then she thought she should hit it, and then it was too late. Tried to pull the arms away, and it caught her fingers. It's 14-11, Viroqua. Swing and a foul ball, and it's 15-11. Well, the Blackhawks jumping out here, trying to get a win in game one. They're out in front by 4 here on the Norsemen. Join Dave Gluck tomorrow night here in Westby in the football field. Friday night football once again. We're going to get a whistle. Somebody was in the net. 15 in Compa, they say. So it's 12 serving 15. I'll be down to Viroqua as Viroqua hosts Altoona. Westby, by the way, going to take on Aquinas. That'll be quite the ball game. And we hope to have that Cashton Bangor game on the Twitch Cashton channel as well. Thanks going out to Superintendent and David Brock up at Bangor. They're doing all they can to try and help, see if we can't get that up and running. Appreciate that effort. There's the pretty good looking serve right there. Swenson able to dig it out. Now the free hit back over to Westby. Touch play at the net. That was Chose hanging in the air. Cross court hit. That's going to be, whoa, just in. It just caught the corner. It's 16 serving 13. Brendel continuing to serve here. There's a potential block at the net. Peterson smash. Now Swenson cross court. Good save there by Klum. Klum to Klum. Now Gluck. One hand save. Swenson. Back over to Westby. Snodgrass on the pass. They'll set the ball up to Cho. She'll go with the easy touch play instead of the big hit. Swenson cross court. Klum goes down low with Gina. There's a block at the net. It's going to go down on the Blackhawks side. That was Peterson with the hit. And it's 14-16, trying to come back here. Ava Berg comes in. And Gina Klum will come out. There's Swenson on the hit. That's Snodgrass. Now Chose back row, and it's going to be too much. Just a little too much on that one. Tried to go with a safe hit, and it carried on her. It's 17-14. Kappa and DeLapp come out of the ball game. Coming in to serve is Harum. Line drive to Snodgrass. Oh, what a save there. Got to come up with a hit. Not enough for Gluck. That's always a tough one. You're running away from the net, and you got to hit the ball behind you and get it over the net. Never easy. That shot just out by Berg. And a timeout again here by head coach Irina Kwame. Well, our thanks going out to Cashton Building Supply and CBS Design. It's your small town folks with all the right stuff like the big towns do. Well, that's what they have when it comes to their lineup. Cashton Building Supply and CBS Design. And our thanks also to Cashton Farm Supply, Ernie Peterson, the organic farming experts. 19-14 your score. The Blackhawks out in front here in game number 1 on the Westby court, the Westby Fieldhouse. There's the serve to Snodgrass. Klum sets the ball up. Berg off the top of the netting. There's a block. That was Chose, back row, and it's going to go in. That was Peterson with the touch. And Westby will start to try with the comeback here at 15-19. Emma Chose to serve. Chose, a couple of bounces. There's the play. There's a block right there. Wow, Peterson and Fortune were there. That was a real nice block from their standpoint. Viroqua wanting to go just a little further down the line maybe and not give that ball up quite so easily. Here's a back set. Moyleen, that's going to go out. (17-19), back row. There's an easy touch by Moyleen. There's a block at the net that's going to drop down. Tell you what, Grace Stuber did a great job going up for that one, but not able to control it. And now Viroqua will call a timeout. That's their first. Westby has used their two here in game one. Also, our thanks going out to Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op, John Maslevicek and that wonderful crew over there. Be sure to stop in and say hi. Coon Valley Telecommunications, serving Coon Valley, Stoddard, and Chaseburg. Emma Chose will continue to serve here. Norsemen down by 1. Right now, it's quite the comeback. There's a big shot. Look out. That's always trouble when it hits the ceiling, gets into those rafters, and it comes down so much quicker. It's 20 serving 18. This is Moyleen. So Moyleen to serve. Over to Snodgrass. Berg will hit the ball over easily to Viroqua. They set it up. Block at the net, but Gluck was there on the rebound. And there's a hard shot. Ava Berg got that one to drop straight down. That might be a good confidence builder there for Ava. She's had 2 or 3 hits that have gone long on her. That time she got on top of it. 19 serving 20 for Kerner on the serve. Back it comes here, Viroqua. There's Swenson with a big hit. Kerner got the ball to over to Berg, and now Berg all of a sudden has come alive with 2 big shots in a row, and it's 20 apiece. This is game 1. What's it going to be like for the next game? And after that, my goodness. Could we see 5 tonight? We might. That ball ricocheted off the hand of Stuber. And give Haley Dregney some good credit there. She tried to play it off the net. That was not going to be easy. Timeout, Viroqua. Now both teams have used their 2 timeouts. Well, let's take another peek here at the Daily Brew. Caden Olerud's invite you to stop in the Daily Brew, and of course there's a place to jumpstart your morning. And Eagle Title Company, Lori Holte, for your peace of mind, doing business only in Vernon, La Crosse, and Monroe counties. Here's the play on the serve by Kerner. Back set. That was Swenson with a big hit. Back row, soft touch here. That was Gluck. Back to Gluck it comes off from the hit from Swenson. They're setting the ball up for Swenson again, and that time she will get it here on the near sideline. Well, I tell you what, she can really direct that hit. That's what makes her pretty tough. 21 apiece now as Bryn Swenson looks to serve to Gluck. Kerner, back row, too much on that one from Berg. Berg this time on the near side went cross court towards the Viroqua bench, and she missed that one by, well, maybe 3 or 4 feet. Up by 1, Blackhawks. Good job on the save. It's got to be a free hit from Snodgrass. Back over to DeLapp. DeLapp on the move. Now the hard shot. Snodgrass is there. Here comes Berg, and that's going to go down. That one ricocheting off from Swenson, trying to come up with that one-hand save. (22 apiece here And Gina Klum will serve. Back row, Swenson not able to control it. And Haley Dregney tried to get to it. That one kind of maybe clipped her hand. Well, Evinger sails and service. Evinger's equipment sales and service. There's a hard hit. That was Snodgrass on the bump. Here comes Gluck. We thank Mark Evinger and family for their wonderful support of tonight's broadcast. There's a point coming right back. It's 23 apiece here now. Viroqua with the serve. You got to give the advantage a little bit to the team that's serving, especially as it gets closer to the end. Let's see what happens. Whitney Scrady with the serve, the lefty. Gluck, little soft touch. Got to get it over. They do. Snodgrass with a beautiful save. Here comes Gluck on the hit. Again, touched at the net, and Gluck will get the point. She got a little head of steam up and fired that one across. It's 24-23. It's game point here for Westby as they've come from behind now. They're in the advantage. We'll see what happens here. To DeLapp. Setting the ball up. Brendel tipped at the net. Snodgrass, now Kerner. Gluck, soft touch. Nice save. That was Moyleen over there. Back to Westby. Here comes Gluck again. Up in the air. That is going to be back on DeLapp, who saves it. Back row hit. That's going to go out of bounds by Swenson. And Westby is going to get the win here in game number one. What a game. 25-23 is your score here in game number one. We're going to take a little break here, as we do want to say thanks, though, to another couple of our sponsors. Let's talk about them real quick, and then we'll take a little time out ourselves. Embroidery and More, that's Greg Danes and crew. Make sure your team is looking sharp from Embroidery and More. And our thanks to the Viroqua Clinic, part of that Gunnarsson Health System, downtown Viroqua on the south side. The Viroqua Clinic. We'll take a break and come back. 25-23, game number one goes to Westby. Westby will begin the serve here in game number 2 after picking up a hard-fought win in game 1. They actually had to come from behind. Well, I tell you what, Bryn Swenson says we're going to keep the pressure on all night long as she comes up with a big hit from the back row here. And Viroqua jumps out in front 1-0. And it will be Neprud to serve here. She gets it over to Snodgrass on a nice pass to Klum. Back set, there's a hard shot there. That was Chose. That one ricocheting off from one of the Blackhawks in the back here. I'm not sure if it was DeLapp or Swenson in there. But a couple of power hits right there to begin game 2. Gluck on the serve, 1-1. There's Chose on the pass, back set. Going to be Peterson to DeLapp on a nice save. Here's Swenson with a free hit. That was Berg, back to Berg from the far side, or here on the near side, I should say, but a little bit further away from the net than she normally would like to be, and she still found the opening for the point. Pretty good shot there for Ava Berg, and it's 2 serving 1 with Gluck doing the honors. She's going to pick up another point here. DeLapp popped the ball up in the air, and Neprud tried to dive in to save it. She could not reach it. Here's the serve again to DeLapp. Neprud, back row hit, it's going to be out. Oh, they're going to say somebody, the line judge here says somebody touched it, but I don't think anybody touched it. They're going to talk that one over. As they talk it over, we can say thanks to Lynn's Home Center. That's Dwayne Lynn bringing you the action tonight. And family, they're on Main Street in Cashton. We're going to do a replay. So they'll try again here. Gluck to serve at 3-1. The score remains. On the serve, that one is going to go off the arm of Brendel here to the near side, and it's a point, 4-1. Gluck will continue with the serve. Back row, Brendel on a nice pass. Here's Moyleen. She'll kick the ball over on a double touch. Boy, there's a hard shot, and DeLapp was there to save that one. Nice little play here by Brendel. That's a pretty good move for a freshman there. She was in the air and then just a little soft touch. Found the defense. Peterson, Chose to the back with DeLapp. Neprud sets the ball up to Brendel from the back row. That's going to go over the net, and Swenson had to go after it. That's going to be an illegal hit here. You could see the ball take a different move, and that was a good sign there for the referee here on the stand to make that call. Neprud sets the ball up here. Swenson is going to be out. Boy, I tell you, great angle, just had it carry a little too far, but she had the right idea. I say that a lot. It was the right idea. She just missed. Chose with the serve. 6-2 the score. Boy, good dig there by Chose. Back row, free hit over to DeLapp. Got it to the back corner from Westby. Swenson doing the same. Back row, that was Chose. Got to get it over. And Berg comes through for Westby on that one. Here are the Blackhawks. Boy, there was a hard shot by Kappa. Trixie Kappa with the big time hit, and it's 3 serving 6. Viroqua. Harum comes in to serve. She steps back, waits for the whistle. Thanks to Main Street Mobile Mart located in Viroqua. There's a nice block, and Westby restart on that play. Peterson with the shot. Again, tipped over here. That might have been Stuber. There's Snodgrass. Wow. Off the net. Can they play it? No. They had 3 touches. Viroqua within 1 now. Again, thanks to Rob and Tammy and all the crew down there at Main Street Mobile Mart. The long serve to the back row where Gluck was standing. Now Gluck will pop the ball over to Neprud on the pass. Here comes Swenson. Berg was there. Back to Berg. Tipped at the net by Moyleen. Back row hit. Brendo. Again, Westby getting up in the air. Some free touch. That was Fortune. Here comes Swenson. Gluck with a big time save. Back row. That was Moyleen in there. Also number 7 in Hiram. And now Westby will get the point. Just couldn't get that one to go to the side of Viroqua. And Westby will capitalize 7-4 now as Kerner comes in. You got Berg and Kerner. And let's see who else is in here. Number 18 now for Westby in Emily Jackson. She might have been in before, I just don't remember. There's Snodgrass. That's going to go out as Kerner tried to hit the line over here on the near side. Not able to do so. 5 serving 7. Dregney comes in. And I believe that was Brendel on the no, Moyleen with the serve, excuse me. Here comes Brendel from the back row. Now Berg. Good play. That was Swenson hanging in the air. Now the ball ricochets off from Brendel here to the near side, and it's a point and serve back. It goes to Westby. And Gina Klum will return. Klum gets the whistle. Line drive to Swenson. Moyleen up in the air for Dregney off the top of the net. Gluck was there. Back row hit, and that's going to be a point. Jackson comes up with the point. 9 serving 5. There's the lap. Moyleen, back row, and that is going to be in for Swenson. I tell you what, Bryn Swenson has been around the game, and she is just one of those tough players. Here she comes with the serve. Snodgrass on the pass. Kerner, here we go with Westby, not able to get the point. Good play by Viroqua. Back to Gluck. Back set Jackson, tipped at the net. The lap was there. Going to be a free hit from Swenson. That's going to be a score. It's a free hit, but it's still kind of like a semi-spike from the back row, and she nailed it on that far sideline. It's 7 serving 9. Swenson continuing here for the Blackhawks. Snodgrass popping the ball up. That was Kerner over to Gluck. Gluck has to go with basically a free touch back over to the Viroqua side. And that one is going to be down on the sideline again. Well, things going well for Viroqua right here. And they have picked up 3 points. They trail by 1. 8 serving 9. Back row. That was Gluck. There comes Berg. Wow. Oh, was that Fortune? That was Fortune. And that's still a wow. Did she hit that? Chose re-enters the game. Snodgrass comes out. Snodgrass actually serving. Fortune came out of the game. Back row to lap. Swenson, boy, did she hit that one hard from the back row. Nice job by Klum. That ball not getting over the net from Gluck. And it's 9 serving 10. Whitney Scrady comes in. So does Kappa for Viroqua. Left-handed swing. That's going to be an illegal hit. You can see that ball do something odd off from the hand of Kerner, and it's 10 apiece. Another tight game coming here, folks. That ball is just out. Westby got a good break right there. Snodgrass had it eyeballed all the way. The lap re-enters for Viroqua. Serving is Klum. That one down to Brendel. Here's the lap with the free hit. Snodgrass covering the open spot there, and oh man. Chose took that low set and really took care of business, and it's 12-10. The high serve to Brendel. Resetting here, Kappa, that's going to go out. That one flying out of bounds. They had the right idea on their little, kind of like a little swing motion, if you will. I think they called that the picket fence in basketball, right? But as it turned out, it winds up being out of bounds, and it's 13 serving 10. Klum again, this one to Swenson. There's a nice play. Back to Westby. Partially blocked there. Here's Kappa. Got to get it over. I don't know. Well, they had enough hits in there yet. One was a block, they said. That ball ricochets off from the lap. That was Gluck on the hit. Aaron Gluck and the Norsemen now out in front, 14-10. Gina Klum will continue with the serve. Swenson, now Moyleen, that's going to be an illegal hit. 2-hit violation there. And we're going to get a timeout. Timeout on the floor here. We want to say thanks to Mitby's TV and Appliance. Thanks to Mike Mitby for all the outstanding products that he has when it comes to your kitchen utility devices. I tell you what, stoves and ovens, great thing going on over there at Mitby's. And Nordic Lanes, thank you to Scott and Sue Sordahl. Enjoy family fun year-round. Trixie Klum, Tricia Klum, I'll get it right, is serving. There's going to be a big hit there from Brendel. Freshman got up in the air on that one and took care of things. And it's going to be 11 serving 15. Neprud steps in. Line drive to Snodgrass. Here is Peterson. Klum here to the near side. Watches the ball fly out of bounds. Neprud with the serve. Pass forward. Uh-oh, look out there. Boy, that was a good job by Westby. Trying to come up with it again. That was Chose at the line. And not able to save it was Swenson. Swenson diving for that one, and it kicked off the front of her fist. 16-12. Here's Aaron Gluck now with the serve. Kappa gets the point. You could almost see that determination in her eyes. She was going to get that point. Neprud serving. Check that. That was Brendel serving. My goodness. There's a play by Peterson, and Berg was there. Goes out of bounds here. And Westby sees their lead go down to 2. 14 serving 16. Brendel continuing with the serve. There's a shot. Nice dig in there by Brendel. And Viroqua comes right back. Swenson with the hit. And it's 15-16. Snodgrass on the play. Look out there. That is just on the line by Emma Chose. Boy, I tell you what, these two teams are really slugging it out. Some power volleyball going on. Snodgrass will step out and Allie Fortune will enter the game. Fortune, Berg, Chose on the serve. Back to Chose. Setting the ball up on the back set, and it's going to be a point here for Westby. On the hit, that was Peterson over there. Brendel on the pass. Kappa, that's going to drop in. Got a little bit of a break there, and she knew it, but you know what? You take those kind of points. They don't come that easy. Caught the top of the net and rolled, maybe 6 to 8 inches our way and then dropped down onto the floor inside the red line. 16 serving 8. Hiram with the serve. Kinsey Snodgrass back in the game now. Neprud will set the ball up. Over to a nice pass here. That was Klum off from the pass by Snodgrass. There's Gluck covering the spot. Now back to Berg. She hits it into the net. We're at 17 serving 18 now. Hiram continuing with the serve, can tie this game up with the point. A little misdirection hit. Viroqua, free touch back. Able to do the job. Here's a shot off from Hiram. Back row, and that's going to be a point for Brendel and the Hawks. Tying things up here at 18 apiece. And the timeout here by Westby. They'll take the timeout and we'll say thanks to, let's take a look here. Main Street Mobile Mart, not sure if I said anything about them. Outstanding Synergy Mobile Fuel Products. And our thanks to Premier Co-op, serving the agricultural community since 1893. And don't forget the Riverbank for that down-home financial support, Westby and Coon Valley. 18 apiece here now. Viroqua with the serve. That's to Gluck. Trying to get that one down, but Viroqua was there to cover. Here is a ball hit long by Swenson. Aaron Gluck had that one kind of earmarked out all the way, watching it go by. Westby will serve. Here comes Kerner as Peterson goes out. Jackson comes in, and Tricia Klum goes out. Westby will get the point. 20 serving 18. Again, Westby picked up a very close win in game one. Now they're up 21-18. Here comes another timeout. Timeout this time by Viroqua. A well-timed, well-thought-out one here. Our thanks going out to, let's take a look here. We did that. How about the Riverbank? We thank the Riverbank once again. Rural Mutual Insurance, Kevin Blusky. Westby, located actually in Viroqua. Thanks to Scenic Bluffs Community Healthcare, corporate office in Cashton. And we want to give another shout out to that Viroqua Westby girls golf team as they pick up a conference championship today. How about that? Up at Drugan's. Head coach Heidi Hubach texted and said, yep, they picked up the win. And that is an excellent job there for that co-op team. Congratulations on a real fine showing. It's a point this time for Westby, and that's going to make it 22-19. Gina Klum is in to serve. Gets the ball over to DeLapp. Moyleen sets the ball up. Back row hit. Ooh, a tough one there, and Snodgrass dug it out. There's a block at the net. They're going to get an illegal hit there on Kerner. 20 serving 22. Swenson with the serve. Good serve back over to Norsemen country. And they'll come down here to the near sideline. They're going to catch the line. Wow. Westby caught the line here on the near side, and it's 23-20. Snodgrass to serve. Passing the ball forward. Now Swenson with a big hit from the back row. Tip play at the net. There's a hard shot by Jackson. Viroqua goes to the back on the free touch. Here's Gluck and is trying to block it at the net, not able to get it. Gluck with a lot of power on that one. Got it through Stuber and Dregney. And it's game point here. That was a nice play by Kerner, popping the ball back, keeping the play alive here on this series. And there's another illegal hit by Kerner. You can see that it's just a different trajectory, and the officials are calling this real tight, which is, I think, a good thing. Still game point here as Whitney Scrady comes in. Nice setup there. Chose putting the ball down. Brendo saved it. There's Moyleen on the free hit. Back to Westby. Back set. There's going to be your game point. Emma Chose got that one right where she wanted it, and she drills it for a 25-21 win. And it's a 2-0 lead here for Westby. I'm going to take a quick thank you out here to Sweet Valley Artisan and Valley Fudge. There's an announcement. There are the kids in the back right there. Good job. There's your golf bunch. They pick up the conference championship. Congratulations going out to them. They're announcing the players there. Maddie Fletcher, the player of the year. How about that? Congratulations going out to the Viroqua Westby co-op team, golf team. They are the conference champions. That's a great feeling, ladies. Good job. Thanks going out to a couple more of those sponsors as we come back and ready for game number 3. Again, Linda and Steve Schulte, we thank them for their wonderful support. Sweet Valley Artisan, Valley Fudge and Candy. And Sealand's Carpetland helping us out. Thanks to Tim Sealand. You walk on it, we sell it. Don't forget the fine folks at Sleepy Hollow, Levon and Michelle Felton. Best selection of vehicles in the area there in the north side of Viroqua. Well, Viroqua will start things off here on the serve in game number 3. And they're going to come up with a nice save there by DeLapp. Trying to come up with their own point. They will. That was Brendel with the shot to the back row. Scoring the point. And it's 1-0. Our thanks also going out to Vernon Communications, the best small technology company in the nation. Two nothing your score. Klum. That ball is going to ricochet off. Let's see who that was. That was Neprud diving down, trying to save it. And it was a big-time hit by Emma Chos. 1 serving 2. Tricia Klum will serve here in just a second. Going to have some perspiration there. They're going to get that cleaned up. While they're doing that, Vernon Electric Cooperative serving nearly 10,000 patrons. Probably even more than that. Affordable electrical energy. Oh, what a play there. That was a great reaction for Kappa. Ball almost got away from her. Now the ball dropped down. That was Gluck with the soft touch. Westby has tied it up at 2 apiece. Left-handed hit there by Viroqua. Back row, just got the ball over. That was Klum. Now Kappa going to pick up the point here off of a big-time hit. Chos and Peterson went up for the block. Not able to control it. Nice return off of a big serve. There's Klum again on the floor. That's Gina. There's a ball that was touched. Peterson with the smash, and Kampa just got a piece of it, but a wicked turn of events, and it went straight down. Swenson, nice job on the save. Westby moving the ball forward, and that ball's tipped and tipped again, and out of bounds it goes. Back to Westby with a serve, and Gluck at 4-3. Here's the serve by Aaron. Ball is returned to Westby. And that's going to be a point for Viroqua. That one just kind of had ugly wrote all over it, didn't it? 4 apiece now. Here's the serve. Chos healed the hand, getting that ball over, and Swenson, boy, she was not going to waste an opportunity there. Came up with a big hit. Swing and a foul tip, as we call it. Snodgrass not able to get to it. It's 6 serving 4. Viroqua needs this game or the match is done. Westby leading 2-0. 25-23, 25-21. And our thanks going out to Vernon Manor Healthcare. Thanks to Amanda Huff and her healthcare professionals on the north side of Viroqua. Good serve there, Snodgrass. Here comes Berg to the back row. Got to go with the free hit, and nice work there. They got it over. Chose, still again, the play. And I tell you what, that's the one that you say for Viroqua, they never gave up on it. Pretty good play. More than a pretty good play. That was a great job. Here's Chose. Nice dig. That was Moyleen or Hiram. Hiram there. Back row hit. That was Gluck, and the ball would not be controlled there by Viroqua. It went south, you might say. It went away from everybody. 5 serving 7 for Chose. Westby down 2. Neprud sets the ball up. Here comes Swenson. Chose was there. Back to Chose. Back row hit to DeLapp. DeLapp on the pass. They'll go over here to DeLapp again. Nope, sneaking in was Brendo on the free touch. Look out. You can see that one developing. And Allie Fortune put it down on the floor in the back row. Six serving 7. Nice block in there, and it's going to go up into the stands. Well, Gluck, how did she save that? My goodness. That was unreal. Punch in the hand, and now that was a punch backward. Swenson tried to tip it over, instead tipped it right into the net, and it came down at her feet. It's 7 apiece. Chose on the serve. Tip play, blocked again at the net. That was Fortune. Back to Viroqua. They're going to reset on the backside. That's Moyleen. Got the ball over. Westby tipping it back to the Blackhawks, and a diving save by DeLapp. Here comes Berg. DeLapp again. This one is too close to call, and they played it. That was Gluck. Swenson popping the ball up to Fortune back row. That's going to be in. Ooh, boy. Wow. I seriously thought that was out. Eight, 7. That's going to be out. Far side. Katie Schwartz debating using a timeout or not. Maybe one more, see what happens. Maybe they get the ball back. Chose on the serve. If Westby gets the point, there it is. I would not be surprised to see a timeout off from that ace. Going to keep it going, though, she says. It's 10 serving 7. That one going to Brendo. Neprud sets the ball up. Cross-court hit. Too much on that one. Now we'll get the timeout, I believe. Still debating. It's 11-7. This is a tough one because you don't want to burn your timeouts too quickly, but you also cannot afford to get too far behind. Back row hit. There's Gluck. Setting the ball up on the backside. A good shot here off from the net. It's going to go. And here's your timeout. 12-7 is your score in the timeout here by the Blackhawks. We want to say thanks to Vernon Electric, your Touchstone Energy Co-op, as well as Vernon Manor Healthcare Center. Don't forget VMH, Vernon Memorial Healthcare, downtown Viroqua. So much care, so close. Thanks again to more of those sponsors. How about the VFW of Viroqua with a great Friday night fish fry and all kinds of work that they do for veterans. Here is Swenson. She'll get the point. off from the timeout. And Viroqua sneaking back in now, 8 serving 12. That ball just got over. Oh, what a save over there by Tricia Klum. But the ball on the return does slip out of bounds, but that was a super try. Viroqua got the ball back to the Norsemen. That was Berg. Back row hit. Snodgrass is there. They'll try again to Berg. And that one's going to ricochet off from Brendel to the back wall. And we'll get a substitution now as Kerner comes in along with Jackson. And we'll see Peterson and Klum step out for a moment. There's Moyleen. Here comes Swenson from the back row. That ball not going to get over. Allie Fortune trying to just kick that one over, but it decided not to be cooperative. And it's 10 serving 13 now. Viroqua trying to come from behind. Snodgrass has that one fall right to the floor. Back set, Berg. Dregney was there. To the back row, where Gluck was standing. Now Viroqua will reset. Tip play, Stuber. Westby got to get it over. They did. There's Dregney with a nice save, and now the ball rolled along the net and snuck out of bounds. Tell you what, they had a real nice try at that one. It's 14 serving 11. Viroqua Dental Center helping us out. Thanks to Dr. Leanne Klum for your next beautiful smile. There's Klum. Speaking of, that one's tipped at the net, off from Fortune and then off from Snodgrass. 12 serving 14. Whitney Scrady comes in. That's quite the play. Here comes Gluck. That one is going to be in the net. It did not get over the net. So Westby gives up the ball here, and it's actually they did not give the ball up. They will give up a point, and it's 13 serving 14. Ooh, what a save there by Gina Klum. Back row, here comes Viroqua, and that's Kampa. That short set, and that's what she likes. She can make quick work out of the ball with that one. Boy. 14 apiece. Gluck got the ball over. Now Viroqua trying to reset for a smash. They got the shot they were hoping for. Did not get anything. Here comes the save. Got to get it over, and they do. Nice job by Viroqua and Brendel with that third hit. Back row, Scrady. Brendel. There's a nice play again by Brendel. Snodgrass with the save. Snodgrass again. Boy, they're just like picking on Kenzie. Now a free touch. They got it over. Long, long volley. Brendel to Snodgrass. This is one where somebody's going to make a mistake. Well, they hit that one in the net. Haley Dregney went up. As I said, somebody's going to make a mistake, and that one caught right in the upper third of the net. And Westby will get the ball back, and the serve for Snodgrass at 15-14. There's Kappa. That's going to be out. Just out. And they thought somebody touched it. Katie Schwartz thought somebody touched it. And they're going to, now we might have a little question here. They're going to talk this one over, and we say thanks to the Viroqua Booster Club. Yeah, they're going to switch that over, and they're going to say Westby did touch it. And the ball goes back here. It's 15, should be 15 apiece, I would think. Yes, there it is. Thanks again to the Viroqua Booster Club. Rob Klum, the new president. Got the ball over. Boy, Westby playing tough at the net right now in this 15-all score. Nice little block attempt. Westby trying to cover. That's going to go way out of bounds. Erin Gluck got up in the air, but just couldn't quite get on top of the ball like she would have liked, and it sailed out by 3 feet. Here comes Erin again. She took something off that one. That's the changeup, and it fooled everybody. It's 16 apiece. Well, serving the surrounding communities during the time of the loss of a loved one, it's the Varsity Funeral Home. Thanks to Gina and Justin and the whole crew. There's a point coming right back. Viroqua. Now they have the edge at 17-16. Back to the Norsemen it comes. Klum sets up. There's Chos. And that's going to be back to Westby. This time Viroqua touched it on the block attempt. 17 apiece now. That serve goes out. Well, you keep handing the ball back to each other. No one really is taking charge. Of course, that first game, that could have been anybody's game. And this one kind of has the same feeling. 18 serving 17. Game 2 was kind of that way. It was 25-21, so that could have happened anywhere. Emma Chos wound up hitting the ball twice. 19 serving 17. Hiram with the serve again. And we got a timeout. A timeout here. Our thanks going out to the Westby Co-op Creamery. Be sure to take home that country goodness. And, of course, the Westby Cheese Store open here in downtown Westby. And the Westby Co-op Credit Union. 9 facilities in western, central, and southwestern Wisconsin to serve you. Back with more here in a moment. Ready to get things going here after the timeout. Snodgrass puts that one on the floor from the serve by Hiram. Give her an ace. It's 20 serving 17. Free hit coming. They got the ball over. Blocked partially at the net. Got to get it over here. Got a shot. They do. And the ball now kicks away from Brendel. Viroqua gave chase, just could not get to it. It's 18 serving 20. Ball comes down. That was DeLapp digging it out. Now The play goes up into the stands here. Boy, I tell you what, again, that was Bryn Swenson with the big hit. There's a lot of power behind that shot. (21) serving 18. There's a point for Ava Berg. One thing Viroqua does not want to happen is to have Ava Berg get hot right about now. And she can change the complexion of the game in a hurry. 19 serving 21 for Kerner. Serving to DeLapp. Dregney with the free hit back over to the Norsemen side. That shot is out. That was Berg trying to go to the back line. 22 serving 19. That ball ricocheted off from Snodgrass and headed to the bench. And here's the Norsemen final timeout. 23-19. Westby with their backs to the wall here, though they do have a 2-0 lead. Westby has used both of their timeouts. Viroqua has one remaining. The serve to Snodgrass. Here comes Jackson with the hit. That's in the lower part of the netting. And now Viroqua in the driver's seat. Game point. Looking to get to game 4. Back row, Swenson, or DeLapp, excuse me. Here's Swenson. And there it is, game 4 coming up. 25-19, Viroqua with the win. They'll switch courts one more time, and we'll come back and see what happens with game 4. 2-1, Westby with the lead. Here is the start of game number 4. Now Viroqua looking to try and get it to game 5. You never know what's going to happen with these two teams. First 2 games very close. Game 3 was close. There's a point for Westby as Kappa not able to get to that one and kind of kicked it into the bottom part of the net. Westby up 1-0 here early on. Here's the serve. Ooh, look out there. Speaking of serve, they served that one up. The return too close to the net. And Westby put that one right down on the floor in a hurry. Well, guess what? Answering right back, saying I can hit it pretty hard too. That was Kampa. My goodness. A couple of huge smashes right there. Now Neprud will serve. Got the ball over. Tipped at the net. Well, Emma Chose took something off that one and tossed a curveball. Three serving one. This is Gluck. The lap. Nice job, Brendel. Getting the ball back over to the Norsemen side. And then Chose has really come alive here in this game 4 with 2 big-time hits in the 5 points that have been scored overall. That's going to go out. So it's 2 serving 4. Brendel will serve. Over to Snodgrass on a nice pass. Klum, there's Chose. That's going to be out. Nobody touched it. They got out of the way. 3 serving 4. Brendel with a nice serve. Free hit by Westby. Viroqua will do the same. There's a partial block by Kappa, and the ball fell to the floor right in front of a diving Swenson. Here is Chose with the serve, the lap on the pass. Look out, there's Kappa. What she likes is that short set again. Back to the Blackhawks. Back set, Moyleen, lefty. Back row goes to the lap. Westby trying to keep the pressure on, but so is Viroqua. Some good swings in here. Good try here. That one goes off kilter for Westby, and Viroqua down by 1. 4 serving 5. There's a huge hit, and Viroqua touched that one. We're going to get somebody in the net. They're going to say Stuber was in the net. Coming back into the game is Kappa. She'll come out, and then re-entering is DeLapp on that 3-person rotation. Kerner with the serve here is a left-handed hit, it looked like. Moyleen, there's a good save by DeLapp. Brendel from the back row. Berg hit it into the bottom of the net. Well, they're both teams trying to get some big shots, but just not quite in sync yet with their sets. Kind of a tough one to explain there. That one could have been called a miss hit. Nice job by Snodgrass on a reaction off from a ricochet. There's Berg. Swenson with a nice job, and now Dregney wanted to just tip the ball over, and unfortunately it did not come off her hand very clean, and it went right into the net. 7 serving 5. We're in game 4. Viroqua winning the previous game, game 3, 25-19. Westby had picked up the first 2 games, 25-23 and 25-21. Kerner kicks the ball over. There's a hard shot there, and that's going to go out of bounds on the return by Klum. All you want to do is try and get your hand on it, your arms on it. Nice little touch pass back to Viroqua. Viroqua handled it well. Viroqua on the set. Here comes Swenson from the back row. Nice play by Klum. Viroqua, couldn't quite get the defense on that one, and Aaron Gluck comes up with the hit. Dregney is going to come out of the ball game, and coming in, number 2 in Hannah Scrady. There she is. We haven't seen Hannah yet tonight, but here she is in game 4. Here's a little setup. It's going to be a free hit back. There's Gluck. Back set. Nope, not going to work on that one. They were definitely out of sync there. Scrady will come in. Kappa enters. It's 7 serving 8. Scrady with a nice serve. Boy, I tell you what, she's got a tough serve. That's going to be an illegal hit on Viroqua as Hannah Scrady kind of pushed that one back across, but it was a 1-2 touch, which made it illegal. Tricia Klum enters to serve. Jackson is out. That ball comes over here to the Blackhawks. Hit to the back row. Snodgrass is there. She's done a nice job all night long. That one's going to go long by Klum. Oh, Westby hands the ball back to the Blackhawks here on their home court. It's 8 serving 9. And they're going to give the ball right back. Neprud's serve goes out of bounds. Did miss by much, but nonetheless, it was out. Out of the ball game is Gina Klum. Berg re-enters. Boy, a hard hit from Berg, and the lap was there. Nice play. This ball is going to bounce out. Aaron Gluck watched it bounce here on the near side. Gluck will serve 11-8, your score. We go to 25 here in game 4. If we wind up going to a game 5, it's only to 15. That was a well-placed ball right there. That was that Marlene or was that Kappa on the touch? They were both right there, and honestly, I don't remember which one hit it. 9 serving 11 for Brendel. And now it's 10-11. Brendel, the freshman, has done a very, very nice job in the course of the year, stepping in. He's a big-time hitter. That ball's going to be way out by the Norsemen. And we got ourselves a timeout here in game 4. It's 11 apiece. Back with more in a moment. Westby has used one timeout. Viroqua with both of theirs. Well, the timeout might have paid off as Viroqua hits that one into the net on the serve. Chose will drop back for Westby as Allie Fortune steps back onto the court. Snodgrass will come off for a moment or two. Back row, that's Chose. Fortune on the hit. Here comes Swinson. And right down the line, oh boy, what a shot there by Aaron Gluck. Right down this near sideline. (13-11). To DeLapp from Gluck. Swenson tipped at the net, trying to keep the play alive, and they did. So does Viroqua. Oh, that ball caught right into the mitt of Gluck and just stuck there. (12-13) the score here on the serve now. As Harum re-enters. Kappa steps out for the moment. Here's Harum popping the ball up for wow. They're going to call it in. That was a close one. The line judge here on the near side said she was blinded by one of the Norsemen players coming across. So the referee made the call. There's a tip at the net. Snodgrass, who is back in with a nice save. Back set. Harum, nice job on the save there. Westby got to get the ball over. They do from Gluck. Big block. Back row hit. Harum was there. Westby tried to capitalize, but not able to do so. Back row again and a long volley coming up. That was Gluck on the free hit. Close to the net, look out, blocked at the net, still playable, and there's your point. Wow. Allie Fortune with that shot, and we're going to get a substitution coming in. DeLapp will re-enter. 14 serving 13, and Kerner comes in. That play is going to drop in. That was Jackson helping out. Emily Jackson punched that one just over the fingertips of Stuber. Tell you what, Grace was right there, just could not stay in the air any longer than she did. Swenson, there's a block. It's going to go out of bounds. Viroqua's point. 14 serving 15 now. Hannah Scrady comes back in. And the ball is going to be handed right back. Moylene's serve goes into the net. So Westby will serve up by 2, and Gina Klum to give it a shot. high serve. Trying to save this one. 4 hits. Back to Viroqua. Again, thanks to all those terrific sponsors that we've talked about already. We get them done in 3 because you never know if it's going to be 3 games, 4, or even 5 sometimes. Blocked at the net. That might have been Jackson or Fortune up there. That ball goes out. Fortune comes out. Chose is going to enter. Back row hit. Pretty good shot. And now Westby will take a little something off it and get the point that way. Well, you just never know. Depends on how you place it, where you get it. Off the hand, off an arm. It's 18, serving 15. Snodgrass to serve. Over to her counterpart in the lap. There's a block at the net, and it goes in for a point. 19-15, and here's a timeout, Viroqua. Westby looking to serve here. Try to extend their lead of 19-15. Snodgrass got to get the ball over, and Jackson does that. Here's the ball set up. Look out. There's that short set. Oh, and they will return. No. Goes out of bounds. Kampa, or was that Stuber? Excuse me. Stuber that time on the short set. Had it blocked and came right back at her and then went out of bounds. There's a serve. That was Swenson. Nice job keeping the play alive here by the Blackhawks. Chose, oh boy. Tell you what, Chose really tough there. Snodgrass now 21-15 your score. To the lap, look out. That ball returned way too close to the net. And another timeout, second timeout here for Katie Schwartz and the Blackhawks. 22-15 Westby. The quick timeout, and now just as quick to back out on the court. Trying to break up that momentum here that Snodgrass has for the Norsemen. Here's the pass, the tip play. Jackson bumping the ball back, I should say. And then Gluck comes up strong off from the set by Kerner. (23-15). Norsemen trying to finish this up here in 4. And now they're at game point. Snodgrass with the serve here at 24-15. There's the serve. It will not get over the net. Kerner comes in. Let's check that. She was in. She just came running over from that far side. Here is Grady now. Whitney. Westby sets up. Chose, tip play. Far side it goes, and staying in play. There's Grady to the back with Snodgrass. Kerner sets up. There's a shot. It's out of bounds. Chose with a big time hit, but it was out of bounds. 17 serving 24. Still game point. That coming down to Klum. Here's Gluck. That one is going to sail. Nobody touched it. Somebody did. That's the game and the match. Somebody for Viroqua, they say, touched that one. They're wondering who. 25-17 is your final score here. I did not see that one either. 25-17. Let's go back through the quick scoring here. Game 1, Westby 25-23. A super game. Both teams playing super well. That's why it was a super game. 25-21, another great game by the two teams. Well, Westby eked it out by that 4-point margin. Viroqua came back, played very, very solid in game number 3 and picked up the win at 25-19. Westby, well, they had a lot of determination in their eyes in game number 4. They came back and broke open a close game and wind up winning 25-17. We want to remind you that Dave Gluck will have the Westby Aquinas ball game tomorrow night, football game. I hope you can join us on WWVP LLC Westby. I will be in Viroqua with Tom Lohr, and we hope to have the Bangor-Cashton game on the Cashton Twitch channel. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Production, saying thanks for watching, everyone. 3-1. The Westby Norsemen will pick up the win over the Viroqua Blackhawks. So long, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow night on the Gridiron.